Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Sammy Rigaud. Welcome to the Sammy Rigaud podcast. It is an honor and a blessing to be here with you. This is the podcast that gives you the inside information from the inside. Bro, I think people are bums, bro. Straight up.
Off rip?
Straight up. We starting it like that. This is a shock drop episode. We don't have any wine tonight, but this is a shock drop episode. That means we coming up with something completely crazy, not as your regularly scheduled programming. But no, man, people are bums, bro.
You got beef with a certain type of people?
2025, we stopping it.
Okay. What's your beef?
No bums.
What's a bum
No
to
bums. No bums, no bummers.
you? What makes a bum, though?
What did they say? Bum 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 by B2K. Bum 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 the song.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bumpy.
Uh-huh.
Bumpy Road Ice Cream.
Yeah.
No bums in 2025.
Okay.
No bums. No bums. Hey, we're sponsored by, these guys are not bums. These are great friends. We're sponsored by the Georgia Educators for Equity and Justice. They're an organization out of Atlanta who specializes on creating empowering classrooms for Black educators. I'll put their link in the description. And I want you to check them out. They're a great resource, and they're some great friends for us here. That being said, I got two bums I want to talk about, bro. Two bums.
Talk to me. Go ahead.
Two bums. The first one, I really want to talk about some bums that we're going to leave in 2025. The first one, off rip, the first bum is the entrepreneur bum that is out there.
The person that's working hard, like putting
The entrepreneur bum.
He's putting work in. He's getting money.
The entrepreneur bum, let me define it, and then
Okay.
you tell me where I'm
All
at.
right.
The entrepreneur bum is the person that every year they have a new business, they have a new strategy, they're in some new multi-level marketing, and they're just coming up with this new thing, and at the top of the year, they're trying to bring it.
They're trying to find their way, though. They're trying to figure out a skill that they got.
By being a bum.
No, that don't make them a bum. It makes
them a
them
bum.
No. You're trying to find yourself, bro. They're young. What if they're young or sometimes older? It takes a while to figure out the skill set
But
that
you can't
got.
do that. You can't every year. Last year you did tax. The year before that you did real estate. The other year before that you was cooking. The year before that you have to pick one thing at some point and continue it and keep it and progress in it, or you a bum. You can't just switch over and over and over. This year they're doing content. Next week they're a personal trainer. Every year a switch.
But, bro, all right, so check this out. Maybe that's something that they liked, and then eventually they figure out how hard it would get, and they realize that it wasn't the passion that they had.
You're talking.
No. All right. You when you was young, what did you want to be when you was young? When you was little?
I think everybody has a career they wanted.
It changes.
But it can't change every year. Every year they have something that they have to come. They could switch it up every year,
How you being judged?
and then they just switch it up in their bio. And now this year you're selling plates. And the year after that you're selling houses.
Okay.
Then you're selling photo shoot opportunities. Now you're selling content. Now you're selling. Now you're a motivational speaker. Now you like. At what point do people go and they take their time to build something? At what point do they build something and it lasts? I'll tell you this. A lot of businesses, when I wanted to get into business, somebody told me most businesses don't last past they last 3 to 5 years and then that's it, right? Most startup businesses, 3 to 5 years and that's it. Why is that? Because they quit. They quit and they don't endure, they don't persevere, they don't have the patience to see something through, and then now at the end of that 3 to 5 years, the numbers don't add up, and then boom, they out of the business.
As you're saying, the whole 2 to 5 year thing, what that you're saying about the businesses. On the other side, you got people that have worked hard at something, and some people have tried and failed at multiple things. You got the Kentucky Fried Chicken. That guy didn't become big until he was like 60. You have a guy like Walt Disney. They said he was crazy and he would never amount to what he was. But later on, he got billions.
But they don't. The thing I have a problem with this generation is we promote everything, we show everything. I have no problem with you going and you know going and building your craft. The problem I have is when the reason I'm saying you're a bum is because you're going straight and you're already promoting it. You're already opening it on online. You're already posting a page. You got a YouTube account or you got something new and all of a sudden you're promoting this new thing. It's like take some time, work on it before you just give it to people.
Well, when you first get something, you never been so excited about it where it's like,
course.
yo, I got this skill.
Of course.
I'm not the best, but dang, I feel good. I'm hype. I'm lit. And you just want to share the world. You want to tell people about it. You're like, yo, hey man, I just got this new grind. I got this new skill set. I'm good at it. Hey man, how can I help you? Whatever services it is, or whatever music, producing, selling makeup, selling sneakers,
Yeah.
whatever. It's a hustle, bruh.
Okay. We so loud right now too. I have no problem with people trying new things.
Yeah.
The reason I call people bums, and I'm saying that we need to stop falling for these bums this year, is because these bums, they quick to promote, but they're slow to put in the work. They're quick to tell you about what they're doing instead of actually going to do what they're doing. So what the bums that I'm talking about that we leaving behind in 2020 and 2025, we leaving them, we left them, we're not following these bums. They're the bums that are quick to sell you something without even doing it. And I hate that. And we got to stop that as a culture because we keep falling for it.
Yeah.
And the kids are watching. Do it for the kids. The kids are watching. And
Yeah.
the kids are watching people do things, and then now they're not sticking to it.
I think the thing is sometimes with some people, they need some people, the people that you're calling bums, right? No judgment. They just got into the game and they want to promote and show other people, hey, I'm onto something. I want people in on it with me. This is something that's great, that's happening for my life, that's making me happy, the people around me happy. And if you're around me, I want you to around me as well, and I want you happy around me. So if you're hating on that, you're low key hating on that, bro. Like you can't be. It's a passion that people want, bro.
It's not that I'm hating. I'm just saying put in the work before you put it on a shirt. That's the memo. There it is. Put in the work before you put on the shirt. Go work on your craft before you promote your craft. Spend the hours. Didn't they say it takes 10,000 hours to do something? So go spend that time working on it. Build it, craft it, carve it up, polish it, and then release it. The Tesla, bro, I'd be interested to look into the Tesla and see how long did it take them to build. They don't just draw some sketches, put some things together, because they have a really innovative idea.
Yeah.
But they didn't just say, we're just going to do this and then boom, put it out. Like, that's not good, man. And at the end of the day, we suffer as consumers. Because if you are a new real estate person and you just started, and because I'm your friend, I got to support you, or I'm not your friend, you created a really cool ad. You did AI, you did some cool ad, you targeted me, and I want to go buy a house with you, and you don't know everything. I suffer. The consumer suffers when these people come out and they're novices, but they're because social media makes you a freaking it makes you professional just by promotion.
Yeah.
Because anybody can say, I can say right now I'm a chef. You can hire me to do your wedding, right? To cook.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, he's got some followers. He's okay. He looks like he's always posting food.
Yeah.
And then boom, I do a taste test. I kind of trick you. I'm promoting. I got all these nice pictures. I go do your wedding. People get salmonella. People get diarrhea. People get all kind of sicknesses. And then now whose fault is it? Who suffers is the question.
That's not all the way true. As much as you do suffer, the person, the consumer, still has Google, still has AI to look up the information and review you. You could check and make sure.
Bro, there's people that pay. some stuff on Amazon. You
Yeah.
ever read through some reviews? It's like some of that stuff is fake. People are just posting fake reviews on there, and then you go buy something, and it's like, oh, that's terrible.
Well, then in that case, the whole chef thing, I would take the chef. I'll tell him, hey, come do a taste test. We figure out how this tastes one-on-one. Other than that, there's other ways where these other new professionals, these tax people, right?
Oh my God, bro! I went. Stop it! I went to a tax. What year was this? I went to a tax person. I had somebody do my taxes in like 2013. They did some messed up stuff. They punched some numbers, got me a big refund, and before that refund came, the government took it back because I went to some novice, somebody who just was like, "Oh, I'm good." They crossed their arms in the photo, and then I knew them, and they kind of had some motion and other stuff, and then I lost my whole tax that year.
Two things.
And it's got to be tax season right now. You know how many people right now are crossing their arms on those photos and on those things online, and then now they're promoting, hey, come do taxes with me, come do taxes with me. I hope all you guys go to jail. I hope if you are doing fake tax, I hope you go to jail. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just like, oh snap, I need to come up, I need some money. If that's you, I hope you go to jail. And I said it right here. I hope you go to jail and they get you off the streets because I consider that what? A bum.
Nobody's perfect. I'll tell you this. And even the best people, the best professionals have not been. They make mistakes. So why are you being judgmental?
The margin for error.
Yeah.
It's not the same. The quality. Well, that's what we need.
What?
That's what we need.
What?
Quality control. We need quality control on social media. Elon, hire me.
As what?
You confused. It's clear. You don't get it.
As what?
Quality control.
You'd be controlling the quality
of what people post. So if you just posted a business,
yeah.
You know how on X there's like a little AI thing where it's like, hey, this person, this is not true. There's like a truth thing on X right now.
Yeah.
I'll be the person for Instagram and Facebook. Now, when somebody says, hey, come do taxes with me, my face pop up and it says, this person's all cap.
You know how much business you'd mess up for people when you do that? Cause if it's going off of you, then it's a little biased.
I'd have a team.
A team of who?
A diversity. I'd create DEI. I'd have diversity, equity, inclusion. I'd have some white friends, some Hispanic friends, some Pacific Islanders, some Asian, some Hispanic, some African, Caribbean. I'd mix it up, right? And then we'd all go on there and say, that's cap or that's wrong. This is fake. Don't buy this service. They're gonna mess up your food at your wedding. Don't do this one. Don't do your tax with this vote. You're going to go to jail. You're going to jail. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do real estate with this person. They're going to drag you around for 6 months looking for houses. You're not going to. Don't do credit repair with this person. They're just making money off things you could do by yourself. Don't do it. Don't go to this person who's doing sage and picking up rocks and do it. Don't go to this person. It's not going to help you. Don't go to this church. I would go all over and we'd all just stop that business.
There would be a union created for this quality control group that's fighting against this because you're infiltrating in other people's passions, new ventures, and how are you supposed to within the fakers and quote unquote bums. You have real people. You're gonna have real people that have a passion and a purpose to help people, and your team that you don't check with everybody every single day, every single hour. They may bypass some real good quality quote unquote control. And it's gonna be your fault. Who knows? You may disqualify a real tax preparer, a real chef. You may disqualify a real person who does fashion and
you heard what you just said. You just said tax preparer. That's how you really call that job. That's the name of that profession.
Tax preparer?
Yeah, that's the right way.
Yeah.
I'm so used to seeing all these fake people do tax. I see tax expert. I forgot. You said tax expert. I'm like, oh yeah, that is what it is called, right? That's a term.
Yeah.
But it's like there's so much of that.
Technically, they're experts, though, if they've been doing this for a while.
Because
they know.
That's a key word.
They know more than majority of people.
It's a key word, so they know. If I put expert, ooh, somebody gullible is gonna fall for it. I'm trying to protect people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to protect people. And the way I am with this, you see how passionate you are about that? I'm equally as passionate about people in relationships.
Okay.
And I always say, if you are dating somebody and you guys have been together for 3-4 years and that relationship ain't going nowhere, chances are that person's a bum. You got to get out of there.
So now you're attacking relationships.
I'm not attacking. I'm clear.
It sounds like you're attacking.
I'm helping folks in their relationships here.
I feel like you're being a little bit violent towards the person that's been in a relationship for, maybe it takes some people 2-3 years to find themselves.
2-3 years. Yeah. That's fine.
What?
It's fine.
What about
2-3
4
years are fine. I feel like once you get 3 ladies, you should know after 3 years if that relationship's going somewhere. You really should know in 2 years if that relationship's going anywhere. You sitting around waiting for things to happen, you kind of playing with your own self with that.
How long? Have you ever had a friend that you've been friends with and then you guys fell out like years later that you would never thought you guys would fall out for something?
It's 2025. I said I'm going to be gracious. I'm not going to be mean. So I'm not even going to answer that question.
Okay.
I do have friends that I've fallen out with.
Yeah. Good friends.
Great friends.
That you would never think
great friends.
you have fallen.
Great. I had great friends that turned their back. We went our separate ways. Who would have thought, right, that would have happened?
Okay.
But
okay.
In terms of relationships,
uh-huh.
A lot of people are struggling because they're attached and tied into people that it don't matter. Like, that relationship not going nowhere.
But there's something about the emotional mind, like the emotional attachment. Like, it's different, man.
Yeah.
And you can't blame the people for being, a little optimistic within the relationship.
You ever dated somebody for 4 years?
Would I?
Have you ever dated somebody for 4 years? 4 years.
Nah.
No.
Everybody's
so
different.
You don't believe what you're saying?
No, that's not true.
You don't believe?
No.
So
I'm different.
What's the longest?
I'm different.
What's the longest?
That I've dated?
Yeah.
2. No, stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The truth hurts. And sometimes people don't want to give up. Like, the truth is here. And when it's here, you have to see it. You have to hear it. You have to feel it. But you can't ignore it. The truth is here. If you're in a relationship for 3, you get to that 4th year stage, you probably just wasting your time, and you're kind of flat out, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time.
What if it's something that's kind of out of their control, or something that it's a bit of a stretch? Let's say it's a money thing. That's what's kind of being the barrier. Hold on.
Okay.
Maybe the guy, I'm going to put it on the guy. The guy wants to give the girl her dream wedding, and the bank account's not there yet. And he wants to give her the dream wedding. He's just telling her to wait.
So then you give her, okay. I accept that premise. You don't have any money, guy, right? Guy, you don't have money. You don't have the right amount of money, the right amount of money for this dream wedding you're trying to get. You don't have the right money.
Yeah.
You then get the money.
Yeah.
And now you do the wedding.
Yeah.
And you're right back to having no money. So now you're gonna need what? The life that she would want. So you're gonna spend your whole time feeling inferior, trying to fill that up. Money's not a barrier. Money cannot be a barrier.
You're in hot water, man. Be careful,
Money
man.
cannot be a barrier. if does she love him for money? All these are individual cases. But if you want the man for money, you want him for money. He get more money, he gets money, you're happy. He needs to get more money after that, then he's happy. You have to just keep playing this money game. That's cool.
Okay.
4 years?
Some
The only thing I'll say,
yeah.
I think if you're dating somebody after 2 years, really, you should know whether you're ready to marry them or not, right? The only thing, in my situation, my wife, her dad passed away. So that took a year. It took some time. Then my uncle passed away, who was like a father to me. That took some time. COVID was around. I guess there's some scenarios. We pushed it to 3. But at the end of the day, there's no reason you're past 2 years, you're dragging these people around if you're not going to marry them. That's a waste of everybody's time.
So what's the time limit that for people if we're trying to we don't want to waste people's time? What's the time limit for people then?
What you mean? I think
some people need more time.
You get to 3 to 4 years, it's over. It's a wrap. Once you get to the 3 years, you gotta put on the table. Hey, what are we doing? You know my rule. I say you should do something. You should reinvent yourself to some extent every 3 years. For some people out there, that reinvention is getting rid of the person that's next to you. That's your reinvention. Surprise. That's your reinvention. But everybody else, like, you can't just drag people along. You ever have that one friend that they always got a different girlfriend? And every time you go back, you think of some memories. You're like, oh, yeah, man, you came to my house, man, and you was with, Tanya. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then that one time, remember, you were there, and we played on the same team, and you was with Melissa. And it's like, dog, every memory that person has, they're with a different person. At some point, it's like, yo, stop dragging people around, assess your relationship, and call it quits if you have to.
That type of guy that you're describing, he's still trying to figure out who he's going to be committed to. He's trying to figure out who he is as a person. Maybe he's getting with these people, or she is getting with these guys, and it was the honeymoon at first, and then it just wore off.
They say in football, a running back's shelf life is 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
A business we just talked about is 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Within 3 to 5 years, if you dragging somebody's son or daughter around, you wasting time.
I mean, we can't compare a relationship
to a business.
And
Hey.
The finances are involved.
Hey.
Finances are involved.
Hey.
Sports too.
Hey.
That's more physical than emotional. You know what I'm saying? But the same way somebody can figure it out. Hey, I want to be with this person after 6 weeks. People have gotten married after 6 weeks. Yeah. And then it didn't last. Well, it didn't last long.
Back in the day, people.
What is back in the day?
Back in the day, people arranged marriages. You just set it up, and then it worked. So now, all of a sudden, we have all this choice, and the marriage numbers ain't working.
Ask those people who are set up in the marriage. The people that were set up, ask them if they were happy. We don't have that documented. We just know that they were set up, though.
That's a whole different convo. So marriage and all that stuff is about happiness. We could go far. I'm here to tell you that we leaving bums in 2025. We leaving them. 2025, we left them bums. The bum's not coming. That entrepreneur bum, they out. Get them out. And that relationship, maybe you the bum in the relationship. You need to get out. Or you in the bum, you in a relationship with a bum, and you kick them out. Hey, that was fun, man. It's the Sammy Rigaud podcast. We're brought to you by the Georgia Educators for Equity and Justice. It's a podcast that gives you the inside information from the inside. This was a shock drop episode. Make sure that you subscribe and that you turn your notifications on so you can get all the content. We're on a race to 6,000, and we're going to get there. God bless y'all.